Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is December 8th, 2024. December 8th, Sunday, 2024. So, my last video was like 2 days ago. No, it's not Sunday, is it? Yeah, right? It is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. And my last video was like, what? Thursday. Yeah. I've been like super busy. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like, let me stop. It's good to be busy though. Not too busy, right? Because you want to have a good balance, right? So, it's good to be busy. Absolutely, for sure. It's so funny because somebody actually said something like that to me. They said, I'm so grateful to have I'm so grateful to have stuff to do once in a while, right? And this is coming from somebody who, like, I'm not going to get into it, but there are just some people that they don't have the opportunity to be busy as much as they would like to be. It's just because it's just how it's set up for them in that time, moment, whatever, for whatever reason, right? But, you know, so, it's kind of like a blessing, right? But then you also, when you are being, charted, when you're being charted with a bunch of like responsibilities and tasks and delegations, etc., so on and so forth, right? You also have to, in order to be able to deal with that, you have to be able to learn how to have time to relax and do nothing, right? So, that's good. So that's where we're at, right? So you gotta keep a good balance of it. So, also, I woke up at like the crack of dawn this morning because I had to get stuff done, and literally I was hearing the lyrics to one of Madonna's old songs. I just heard someone go old. yeah. And it was, but it was a verse of it. I kid you not. Like as I'm waking up, it's like the lyrics are right there, and it was every little thing that you say or do, I'm hung up. I can't get over you. That was what I heard, and it was from the song. And it goes, time goes by so slowly. That's from Madonna. And the song is called Hung Up. Right, so I was reading the lyrics, blah, blah, and she's basically talking about how, like, she's so hung up on this person that she's, like, about to give up. Like, she's done waiting, right? So I feel like there's somebody who's, like, waiting around for you. Like, they're just waiting for you. And, like, it just seems like time is, like, moving forever slow for them. Like, and they just can't do anything else but wait around for you. But so that's coming from, like, the other person, right? But I feel like from your perspective, collective, you don't care. I'm not trying to be mean about it, but it's just like, you could wait all day. I don't care, right? So that's that. What else? What else? I heard another song, too, that popped up into... Oh, yeah, the other... Hold on. Okay, so she's fine. The second song I heard today was it was by Shania Twain, and it was that song dun, 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 dun. Let's go, girls. That one song, Man, I Feel Like a Woman. That song, which is interesting because the first song was like somebody perfect. Thank you. If you finish that, I will give you some of it, but you have to finish that first. I knew it. Thank you. The first song was like somebody pining and waiting for the collective. And then the second song, like, here's the thing, too. In the lyrics of that one song by Shania Twain, 444, I just saw... By the way, yesterday I saw 222, 333, 444, 555. Always on the dot. And then today I saw, what was it? I saw 111 and then 222. And it's always like consecutive whatever, and then 555 because earlier this morning, because I woke up at the crack of dawn, right? So technically 555 was the first one I saw. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of 555, 555, and it's always like after that, like as the day goes on, it's always like 101, 222, 333, 444, 555, and it's been getting more and more consecutive. But okay, so that's not, whatever. In the song that Shania Twain is singing, she's basically talking about how amazing it is to be free as a woman. You know, like she can have fun. Like she just wants to have fun. Like as a woman, like she can do that. Like that's her right. I kid you not. Like whenever the lyrics, I was like, oh snaps. So it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but it's interesting because, well, I mean, I guess it is. It's amusing. That's the word. The first song I heard of the day was basically someone, so let's say this is like a masculine or a feminine, it doesn't really matter, but you have one person pining and waiting for you, and they're waiting and waiting, and the day feels like it's going on forever, and one of those lyrics in the song, it goes, tick, tick, tock, time goes slowly, time goes by so slowly, so someone is waiting and waiting, and meanwhile, the other person, which would be the other song, they're just having a grand old time in life. Just la 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 la. Like you're just living life, having great time in life. And in the first song, in the first music video, there was a lot of like of Madonna being boxed in, right? And she's kind of like limited by a clock or something. And in Shania Twain's video, she's just like dancing and she's like living her life, and then she's got like a bunch of like background dancers and they're just like woo, right? And she's just talking about how amazing it is to be a woman, and she could just have a grand old time in life, and she could do that. She's free to do so, right? So I kind of feel like there is a man not exactly pining but waiting for a woman to kind of like answer his calls or his texts or emails, or just waiting for this woman to come by, or waiting for this woman to like come back around is kind of what I'm feeling like. But meanwhile, it's not happening, and that's why I said like I feel like the collective doesn't care, because the second song that I heard, and I know the difference between a song that's like, I guess the word is being channeled, but I know the difference between a song that's being channeled and a song that I just want to listen to at that moment, right? There's a difference. But, and so it's like there's a person waiting for a person to come back around, but the person that they're waiting to come back around, not only do they not care, but they're, wow, she goes, man, I feel like a woman. Let me look at the lyrics, because there's just no way, there's no way that the person that they're waiting for to come back around, is gonna come back around. Sorry, I have to answer this text real quick. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Sorry, it was just, okay, Shania Twain, I feel like a woman. Bow, 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 bow. Let's go, girls, right? She says, I'm going out tonight, I'm feeling alright, gonna let it all hang out, wanna make some noise, really raise my voice, yeah, I wanna scream and shout. No inhibitions, make no conditions, get a little out of line, I ain't gonna act politically correct, I only wanna have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. Whoa, totally crazy, right? So she's just basically living her life. I just saw 939. So you could be somebody who's like finally at that point where you just don't care, but like you're like, you know how like in those movies and shows, it's like always that corny moment where like the main character finally like lets their hair down and like, wow, I I really can have a good time. I feel so free. It's like that corny moment, right? But that's kind of like what the collective is. So meanwhile, you're just living your life and enjoying it. And meanwhile, someone's just like looking at the clock, waiting for you to come back around. And it's not happening. What else did she say? The girls need a break. Tonight we're going to take the chance to get out on the town. We don't need romance. We only want to dance. We're going to let our hair hang down. I love you, God. Yeah. So you're too busy, whatever. And the thing is, too, I don't feel like this is strictly for, like, going out and partying. I feel like whatever makes you feel like you can, like let your hair down. So I was just thinking about this, too, the other day, right? How in relationships, whether it's business, romance, familial, also, I'm getting mad stuff because I haven't been posting. I'm sorry. I was watching the latest episode of, like, Para Agua Como Chocolate, which is, like, water for chocolate, and I just realized that it wasn't exactly a tradition for the youngest daughter to take care of 11 of the mother. What I realized in this latest episode is that the mother always hated Tita. She just had this bitter hatred towards her own daughter. So her entire life she was punishing her. And that means she even took away, like, she was even going to take away her ability to experience life and have fun and blah, blah. I'm going to get into that later if it comes back around, right? So this, for some of you, this could be like a mother figure, your mother, a boss, an old lover, an ex-friend, an ex-lover, somebody who's expecting you to come back around, but you're realizing, wow, I don't have to do that. Because one of the lines that Tita says to her mom, she goes, I'm not your slave. I'm done being your slave, right? And, so I feel like, so the other thing I was going to say is that in relationships, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship it is, right? Some people, I realize that there is a level of freedom, right? And it's not just, oh yeah, I could do whatever I want, or like, oh yeah, she don't care what I do. It's not always like that. It's the freedom to be able to be who you are. The freedom to be able to express yourself, whether it is when it comes to your religion, your faith, your artistic endeavors, your careers, your fashion, your aesthetics. There's levels of freedom, right? And I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel like for a lot of you, whatever this relationship was for you, whether this was a romantic, a friend, a business, it's like you could not be free in that relationship. And again, I'm not talking about, oh yeah, I could do whatever I want, I can go wherever I want, I can talk to whoever I want, I can hang out with whoever I want. No. It wasn't necessarily that. I feel like it was the freedom to just be yourself. And in certain relationships, you are confined. You cannot be who you truly want to be because you are bound by, like, these whatever, right? So you couldn't be who you are, right? So now that you're not in these relationships, these environments, you can, like, let your hair down and have a good time, and you're free to be yourself. Okay? And it's all kind of like the same, right? And meanwhile, someone, again, this could be like a mother, a father, a sibling, a brother, a cousin, a sister, an ex-lover, whatever. There's a person, it could be a group of people for some of you, they're expecting you to come back around. But the thing is, that's never going to happen because who you are right now, where you are in your life, you're free to be who you want to be. You're free to express yourself, to not just mentally, but emotionally, physically, creatively, your career, your faith, you're free to do that. And it's crazy because these people think that you're going to come back around for what? To be confined again? To shrink yourself? To be in a box? It's not going to happen. I shouldn't be drinking this, but I'm not perfect, so whatever. And also, I've been so busy, like, I could just take a nap right now. So. But yeah, this is what I feel like, there are different types of freedom, right? And I feel like in this particular sense, and for this reading, it's just, you're free to do whatever you want. And it's not just partying and drinking. It's just literally just being able to let your hair down and breathe and just not always having to worry about people's expectations or people's this. Like, if you want to have fun, you're going to have fun. If you want to focus on your career, you can do that. If you want to focus on your religion, your faith, your business, your whatever, you can do that. You have the freedom to do so, right? But also keep in mind that with that freedom to like be all up in those endeavors and do whatever you want, you also have to take time to rest and relax, all right? Because if not, if you don't make time to relax, your body will force it on you, and you don't want that, because when that happens, your body will force it in a kind of like smacking you in the back of the head, like I told you, and it's always going to come out as a cold or like a flu, right? Where you're like, you physically cannot get up because you physically have to rest in that moment. You have to, and you don't want that, because that's your body's way of forcing you. Like, I told you we needed rest. So you didn't want to rest when we told you to rest, so now we're going to make you rest, right? And it always sucks because you can't really do much when you have a cold or you have a flu, like you're sick, right? But you have no choice but to rest. So that's why it's good to listen to your body. When your body says you need to rest, rest. All right, sorry, my phone. Oh, you know what? I didn't want to start with tarot. But we got the King of... We have the... Oh, actually, no. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. We have the King of Wands and the Devil. Yeah. And I know that sounds scary, but in this situation, because how I'm going to explain this to you, it's going to... Trust me. So the King of Wands came out first, and then I had to cover them because they're a little naked. And then the Devil. All right. But I feel like in this situation, everything that I was just saying, you're just so focused on your freedom, your ambitions, your goals. That's the King of Wands energy. And so it doesn't matter if you are a divine feminine or a divine masculine. Your energy is coming across as King of Wands. The King of Wands upright, they're very ambitious. They have a goal in mind. They're going to get to it. They're focused. They're goal-oriented. Nothing's going to stop them from achieving their goals. They're all about action, all about motivation. Like, they have a vision in their mind and they're gonna go for it. That's it. That's they're in control of the things that they want. They see it, they want it, they go for it. That's your energy right now, right? But here's the thing, the reason why the Devil came out behind that is because you being in this energy, that's all you're focused on. If it's not about your growth, if it's not about your vision, if it's not something that you can like control in your life to where it's like part of your motivation, your goals, or whatever the case it is, like if you can't like lead with it, it has no place for you. And so the reason why the Devil's coming out is because you're being seen as very selfish by these people, because it's like, well, are you going to come back around? And meanwhile you're just like, no, I'm too busy being free, I'm too busy focused on my goals. Like, why I'm not going to come back around? Why am I going to come back around? I have things to do, things that I'm doing, and you're doing them because you're the King of Wands upright. The King of Wands upright, one thing I love about the King of Wands upright is they are going to take action. When they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it, right? And the problem with these people, is that there's nothing that's coming out of your mouth that's saying that you're going to take action towards them, towards these people, towards this person. They're not like in your vocabulary at all whatsoever, and that's bothering them. And so they're seeing you as someone who's very selfish. Someone who's very selfish, right? I just feel like it's that. They think that you're very selfish because you're too focused on not them. That's it. I also feel like these people could feel like you're too focused on material things, because why else would you be hustling so hard, or why else would you be grinding so hard, or why else would you be focused so hard? Or like, if you're, and it's weird because it's like, if you're not in the King of Wands upright energy, right, then you're seen as lazy, you're a bum, you're not motivated, you're not doing anything, you don't care, blah 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 blah, right? But if you're the King of Wands upright, oh, you're selfish, all you care about is money, all you care about is yourself, like you're mad this, you're that, blah, blah, and it's just like, realistically, you cannot win with these people, right? I do feel like they would prefer if you were in the King of Wands upright, because it makes them feel good, right? But because you're in the King of Wands, or the King of Wands reverse, right? But because you're in the King of Wands upright and you're just like focused on your own personal endeavors, your careers, your goals, your whatever it is that you're focused on, and that's giving you grand motivation, and it has nothing to do with them. Oh wow, look, 5, 6. Look, the number 5 and the number 6. See, I told you, there's this. It's always chronological orders, right? You're being seen as that 3, the number 3 on the bottom of the deck, the 3 of Wands upright. You know that you're there's something in your vision. With the King of Wands upright, you definitely have a vision that you're going towards that. With the 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, you're seeing something. You're looking past the horizon to something. And whatever it is that you're seeing, whatever it is that you saw, whatever it is that you're looking at, you're focused on that. And there's nothing wrong with focusing on your betterment, your future, your goals, your expansion, your growth. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's people around you that think that you're being selfish because that's... You right now you have like a one-track mind. You're so focused on this, right? And you've got these people just waiting around like any time now, but it's not happening. Because if there's one thing that you cannot do to a King of Wands is shift their focus. Like once they have a target in mind, it's locked and loaded. And it feels like this King of Wands growth, whether you are Divine Feminine or Divine Emperor. I was gonna say enemy. This is an enemy. It's like an enemy to your growth. They don't want you to grow, right? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, they don't want you to grow. But they have an issue with you focused on your growth. Hold on. Time goes by so slowly. Every little thing that you say or do, I'm hung up. I can't get over you. Yeah, this is just the energy that you're in right now. And honestly, you know what? Sometimes, like, when you are focused on your business, your career goals, your family, relationships, whatever it is, right? And if that's what you're focused on, there are going to be other people that just don't have that type of control in their life. Because the King of Wands... Sorry, I'm burping now. And the thing about a King of Wands, too, is they remind me of the Emperor. Someone who's like in control. They take the lead. They take charge of things, right? So I feel like these are people that just don't have control of themselves. They don't have control of their lives. They don't. Another thing too is they don't have control over you. Yeah. So they can't force you to come back around. So they're just waiting for you to come back around. You're realizing, wow, this is what freedom is. Wow, this is great. I'm never going back there. And meanwhile, they're just, time goes by so slowly, right? And they're waiting for you to come back around instead of trying to gain focus and control in their lives. You see why? You want to go back to people who not only want to control you, but can't control their own lives or take control of their own lives. Meanwhile, you're in the energy of taking control of your lives right now. Like, that doesn't make sense. You would literally be going back in time. Oh, okay, let me move on. I'll come back to this. Yeah, because I didn't even want to start with that deck anyways. I don't want you anyways. Alright, let me see. The letter G. I feel like God is releasing things from your energy so that way... I'm hearing something that's picking up momentum. There are things in your life that are picking up momentum because you're able to channel your focus, right? Locked and loaded is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like somebody look through like a one of those sniper thingies, right? And they're kind of just like, it's like the scope is just like they can see, they have a perfect clear view of what they want, right? And that's kind of your energy, and that's what you're doing. My nose is itchy because I'm on the nose. I know what I'm talking about. You're so focused on this that you don't have time for anything else. You don't care about anything else, and that's why you're being seen as selfish. And I was gonna say this: there's gonna be a time in everybody's lives, right, especially in the collective, that when you have to focus on things that matter and things that are important. I just saw 2444. That you're gonna have to chip away and cut away the things that aren't valuable, like are part of your growth that cannot go with you. Bad habits, bad friends, bad people, luggage, baggage, whether it's people, whether it's from yourself. You're going to have to let it go, because now it's time for you to focus, right? If you want something, you're going to have to meet the necessary requirements to get it. Like, for example, like, I know there's this game called RuneScape. It's like a medieval game, right? It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. But it's old, right? But anyways, that's not the point. So there's this game called RuneScape. I feel like in any game, actually, like, there's these quests in RuneScape, right? But if you want to do, like, a quest, for example, called Monkey Madness, right? And Monkey Madness, you need, like, 12 other quests to do. You need to have those other 12 quests done, right? So, but the thing is, sometimes those quests need other minor quests to be done, right? It's like a requirement for a requirement for a requirement for a requirement. And I feel like because you're just, like, focusing on those requirements and just knocking them out of the park, you're gaining your progress, and your growth is gaining momentum. It's like, oh, okay, wow, right? And like your team, your spiritual team, they're like, oh, great, okay, yes, guys, we're on a roll. They're just checking things off for you because you're so focused, and that's what you're doing, right? So we got the letter G, and we got 999, release, let go of what is no longer serving you. I feel like the more you do that, the more you're aligning with the Most High. Like, you're becoming more, I don't want to say godlike, because that sounds kind of corny, but I feel like you're becoming more aligned with yourself, and it's helping you be more like, it's like allowing, in a way, it's like allowing God to, like, kind of like help you, you know? The more you clear these things out, the more you can hear God, the more you can allow God in, etc., right? So I feel like that's what's really going on for you. I was going to say something else. What was I going to say? It was like right there. Yeah, I feel like you're focused on these, like, requirements. Like, you just know, like, you can't. Oh, yeah, there's something like the requirements. You cannot avoid them. You have to get them done. And I feel like you were under some sort of influence, like, oh, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. But there are some things in life that you kind of need to do, right? You have to do it, right? And it's just part of being an adult. It's part of being with your faith. It's part of being with God. It's part of being. There are just some things. It doesn't matter whether it's relationship, business, school, religion, whatever. There are just some requirements that need to be met. It's inevitable. And I feel like for a long time, you could have been under the impression, like, I don't need to do that. But it's like, that's all right. If you don't feel like you need to do that, then good luck getting past ABC, because without that, you can't even get to ABC, and then you can't get to DEF, and then GFE, and then HIJK. I know I messed up the letters of the alphabet, whatever. But you get what I'm saying, right? So it's like, that's necessary, and you're just not in this King of Wands. You're just knocking those requirements out, and you're doing that, and it's like, there are people around you that's like, wow, you're too busy, wow, you're too this, wow, like, wow, it's like that a word, it's like that a word, or like, wow, you never call, yeah, because I got stuff to do. Don't you have stuff to do? Like, where are your tasks? What are you doing? Don't you have responsibilities? What are you doing? That you're bugging me 24 hours of the day, all day, every day. How do you not have anything to do? Right? No motivation, no hobbies, no projects, no job, no work, no school, no this, no that. Are you doing anything? Other than trying to, like, bother me? Hold on. And it's not just bother, but, like, the thing is, too, you being in this King of Wands energy, so also you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you don't have to be, right? But it's just like that fire action energy. But the thing is, too, like, how can you be a King of Wands upright if the people that you're surrounding yourself with are seeing you as a very selfish individual because you're focused on your growth? How can you be in a King of Wands energy around people who think that you're selfish for focusing on your growth? All right? How? These are the same people that make you question, like, or make you think, or make you believe, oh, that's not important, that's not, you know, but come to find out, like, look at the same people that are telling you these things or making you feel this way or whatever. Look at them. Where is the progress in their lives? Where is the example where they can confidently say, you don't need to do that, that's not important? Look at their lives. Look at their progress. Look at their accomplishments. Look at their demeanor. Look at their blessings. Look at their fruit, right? Look at their fruit. Always be careful, right? It's always the people that ain't shit got going for them, that always want to make it seem like they know, they have like the best advice in life. And I feel like I've said that before, like, how can you take life advice from people who aren't doing anything with their life, or no progress, no motivation, no goals, no this, no that? Like, how? But the thing is, like, you have all of these things and you want to do them. How are you going to be able to do them? Oh, thank you, Pumpkin Pie. I love you. You ready to go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go soon. Oh, my angel. I love her.
My socks.
Yeah, you need socks. So you get what I'm saying? Perfect.
I got the sock.
Great job. Do you need help?
Yeah. I did it.
Woohoo! The letter D. Oh, we just need an O, and literally it spells God. Look, GG.
Now I'm ready.
You need pants.
Where's my room?
Scorpio. 8th house. So you could be a... Oh, there's also Capricorn out here because of the devil. So you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, or these are the signs of the people that are trying to get you to not be focused and trying to make it seem like... Here's the thing, it's a trick, right? They think that if they make you feel guilty about focusing on your goals, because, like, who focuses on their goals? Like, who wants to be free? Like, who wants to have expansion? Like, who wants to have this? Who wants to have that? That's weird. How? That's the whole point. The whole point of being here is to constantly grow and learn and grow and learn and grow and learn, right? So the fact that these are people around you that making it seem like you don't need to do that, those are the same people that you want to be careful with, right? Those are the same people that will literally make sure that you never go through a transformation in your life, right? The 8th house also talks about transformation. These are the same people that will make sure that you will never change. You'll always be stuck in this. And I feel like that's why the whole time goes by so slowly. They're waiting for you to come back around. I'm also thinking that, what was it I just heard? They feel like this is like a phase for you. Like, you're going to lose your motivation and then you're going to revert back. That's what I heard. Past life regression. Yeah, these are the same people that don't even feel like you can do it. Some type of death. Yeah, I feel like you're like, I'm getting rid of the parts of yourself which are requirements. Like, okay, so you're getting rid of this baggage, check. You're getting rid of this person, check. You're working on this healing, check. Working on this trauma, check. Right? That's what I feel like you're doing. Healing, transformation and healing requires some type of death, loss, or injury. Merging, joint finances, healing, intimacy, death, transformation. Yep. Oh, there's also something about emotions, because Scorpio is a water sign, and it says water. You could also be... Oh my god, those are really cute. You did a great job!
Right there, my pens.
I love them. High five!
Now I'm ready.
Now you're ready. High five. You did great. I'm so proud of you, baby.
I need the jackets.
Yeah. I'm so proud of her. Oh, I feel like God is helping you release things that are blocking you emotionally. As for a lot, you'd be surprised how like letting go of certain emotional traumas and triggers and like bitterness, resentment, jealousy, pain, hurt, letting go of certain emotions like that, betrayal, fear, abandonment, anxiety, things like that, right? It'll you let go of these things, you drop it, give it to God, right? That's what God said. Give me your pain, your worry, your sorrows, right? So when you release those things, right? 999, release, let go of what is no longer serving you. You're freeing yourself up emotionally. And when you do that, you're allowing, it unblocks your heart. So you allow, like, it's a surefire way for, like, God to, like, be able to, like, you're making a home for God, right? You're making a home for yourself within yourself. You're free within yourself. I feel like that's what's going on too. You're becoming more free within yourself, more at peace within yourself. Yes, my love.
It's a T-Rex.
Be careful because I shot sharp teeth.
It's a T-Rex.
Oh. Alright, so yeah. What else? Healing, obviously, right? The more you let yourself heal, the more you release, the more you heal. The more you heal, the more you release. I'll get like 1 to 2 more. Forgive them. Wow. Forgive them. I feel like you're starting to just forgive people around you. Which is good. That's good, right? Because it helps you heal. People who cannot forgive, what that does is like it creates bitterness, resentment, grudges, right? And then they're holding on to those grudges, holding on to those grudges, holding on to those grudges. You're literally keeping space for the people that hurt you. You're holding on. Not only are you holding on to that pain, you're holding on to the memories. You're holding on to that. It's taking up space within you. So that's why I always say, like, when you forgive people, it's really for yourself, because it's kind of like, okay, I forgive you. Now I can move on, right? So if they cannot accept that apology, or if they cannot accept, not the apology, but if they can't accept that you forgive them, that's on them. That's because for whatever reason, either they can't forgive themselves, or they want you to be in remembrance of that pain. They want you to hold on to that pain and that grudge, because they know, like, they'll always have a space in your mind, or always have a space in your heart, right? Like, they know, like, yeah, every time I see them, I know that I triggered them because of what I did. I'll always have, they'll always have hatred in their heart for me, and blah, blah, blah. It's weird. It's wicked, right? But then there are some people that, like, they just can't, because they can't get over it. Yes, baby?
I wanted that chair, big one.
Okay, well, you have to wait till Mommy's done, okay? Just wait. Please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Mom,
Yes?
my chair is
You have to wait 1 second. So, yeah.
stuck.
Leave it alone.
What?
Leave it alone.
Okay. I told let go my chair.
So, yeah. Cleanse your home and space. Yeah. Do some cleaning. Clean up. Organize. Get rid of. Like, declutter. You don't want to take away. We're about to be in the new year in like 3 weeks. 4 weeks. Hold on, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, technically. 4 weeks. So we're going to be in 2025 in 4 weeks. So within the next 4 weeks, right, what you should do is tie up some loose ends, finish up old projects, throw out some things, declutter, clean, right? Cut things out, like habits, people, mindsets, close out chapters, right? I'm seeing a bag being tied up with the string. So just put all that stuff in a bag and leave it in this year. Leave it in 2024. Don't bring it to 2025. Right? So I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be your physical home and space. And for some of you, it could be both. Not just your physical home and space, but like your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your emotions, right? I feel like for a lot of you, like, you could have like this like self-deprecation. And what that is basically like, you guys have there are some people that in the collective that have a habit of like talking very negative to themselves, or psyching themselves out, or doubting themselves, or making themselves feel like they're not good enough for something. Don't you're gonna have to leave that in 2024. Put it in a bag and leave it. All right, because that's not serving you any good. Because obviously, this is showing me that yes, you can do it. Right? You got this. You can do it. But it's these energies, these people, these entities that want to make it seem like, right? Like, oh, I'm being so selfish because I'm focusing on my growth. Like, I don't know. I should. No. Everything that you've done in 2024 has been planting seeds for 2025. But these people want you to go back to like 2023 when you were doing nothing. Right? I'm hearing when you were nothing. Whoa. When you were nothing. That's crazy. These people want you to be nothing, but you have the potential to be something great. That's crazy. And these are the same people that are waiting for you to come back around because they feel like you're going through a phase. A phase of being free, a phase of focusing on your goals and your momentum and motivation, and you have a vision in your mind that's locked and loaded. My throat gets so scratchy sometimes. That's crazy. That's actually really messed up if you think about it. These people want you to go back to being nothing. Alright. Let me see. I'm going to Pizamiza. Be careful because these people are watching you. Pizamiza on the bottom of the deck. Not only are they watching you, but they are also discussing you. So a Pisa is basically like a wraparound porch that's like really popular in the South. All right, very, very popular in the South, where just like people just sit on their porch and like sit out there all day and they just watch the ongoings happening in the town, in the neighborhood, right? But they can be anywhere. They're not just strictly for the South. Like everybody anywhere can have that kind of wraparound porch, right? And then a miser is basically somebody who is watching what other people have and they want to keep it and they want to hoard it. These people are not only watching what you have, but they're discussing you. They're watching you and they're talking about you. And they're talking about the things that you have. Right? You, be careful. These are not your people. These are not your friends. These are not your allies. All right? There is no love for you from these people. And that is a fact, because these are not people. If they were, they wouldn't see you focusing on yourself as such a betrayal to them and you being so selfish. Those are not your people. And these people are of the world. The world does not love you. God does. Right? That's why God is all up in this, helping you release things. Oh, you checked off this requirement? Okay, here's some this. You checked off this requirement? Okay, here's a little bit of that. 44. It's God. that's behind your blessings and your abundance and your greatness. Not these people. Hold on. Wow, 44:55. I stopped it on. Yeah, these are not your people. And another thing too is that another key thing to know is that you'll know if these are not your people because you feel some type of way about talking about your accomplishment or about your goals or like I don't know, like let's say you got like I don't know, a new book, right? Let's say you got a new book, right? And you want to be able to like tell your friends or your family or your person or whatever, like, hey, cool, I got this book, blah, blah. But like the minute you start talking about it, you start feeling some type of way, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said something. Maybe I shouldn't have said this. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Like, maybe you start feeling some type of way, like, and that's because like Spirit is telling you these are not people to share these things with. These aren't people that care about you. They only want to know what you have. You'll know who these people are because you cannot be free around them. You cannot be yourself. You cannot let your hair down. You can't like be like, oh, this is my plans or this is my goals or these are my dreams or these are my things. Like you can't do that because like in your spirit, you always feel some type of way. Like Spirit is saying like, don't. Right, like you always. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a feeling of like animosity or a judgment, right? And a lot of the times, like people want to know what you have just so they can criticize it, just so they can talk about it, just so they can cast judgment on you, right? And which in turn you're gonna feel because you can pick up on that. You're gonna feel that, and then you're gonna be like, well. You're going to start feeling like guilty because it's like, wow, maybe I shouldn't have gotten myself this thing or maybe I shouldn't have done this or maybe I shouldn't have done that, right? That's the whole point. It's like who am I to deserve blah, 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 blah? Who am I to be able to think that I can go blah, 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 blah or do blah, 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 blah or have this blah, 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 right? Those are not your people. If they make you feel like you're being selfish for what you want to do or what you have or your goals or your dreams or whatever, that's not where it's at. You shouldn't have to hide yourself. I feel like, yeah, there's a major transformation happening. Alright, I think I'm going to go back to tarot. Nine of Pentacles fell upright. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. You're taking your time. Like, I don't feel like there's any rush. I'm hearing a long time coming. Whatever this is, you're enjoying it. You're taking your time with it too. The Knight of Pentacles is also, it also represents being responsible. So you're being more responsible with your energy. For some of you, it's not just your energy, but your finances as well.
Done!
Great job!
Now we go to my milk.
Conservative and dependable. Those are the three words that are really popping out.
Let's go my milk.
and patient. Patient, responsible, dependable, conservative. Hold on. All right. What was it? Conservative, dependable, patient, responsible. Those are the 4 words that I'm getting. So I feel like you being in this King of Wands energy, right? The King of Wands Devil energy. You know, you're preserving your energy more. You're being more conservative with your energy. I also feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is not only the slowest knight of the deck, but I'm hearing Job, right? It's actually funny because I think it was like either earlier this year that somebody had said to me, there was something going on, blah, 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 blah. And then someone said to me, wow, you have the patience of Job. And I just laughed at that because I feel like the situation wasn't really that serious, but I mean, I guess it was. To them. But I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, like the Knight of Pentacles is just very patient. I'm hearing that Viola Davis say to the little girl in The Help, what did she say? She said, you is kind, you is smart, you is beautiful. Right? So remember how I was talking about how like self-deprecation, where you kind of like crack jokes about like your insecurities, or like you can't do this or you can't do that, right? But I feel like that's switching up to now where you're telling yourself like, yes, you can do this, yes, you can do, like, yeah, I can do this, yes, I can do that, I can do whatever I want, I can do this, I can do that, right? Which is good, right? It's good to be in that energy because it's like, no, who said you couldn't, right? Yeah. I also feel like with the dependable part, I feel like that's just you learning how to be more dependable on yourself. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Two of Wands. Or, oh my gosh. What is a Two of Wands? A plan. So you could be making plans for yourself, plans for your future. What's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed. There are people that you aren't collaborating with. You could also be realizing that there are some people around you that you just cannot grow with, you cannot learn from, that you should not work with, that they're just like, if it's not helping you grow and learn, then you can't really be around them. And I'm not saying that like unless somebody is useful, you shouldn't be around them. That's not. I'm just saying these people specifically, like, they don't want you to grow. And because of that, they're not exactly teaching you what you need to know. They're not exactly guiding you. You can't learn anything from them. And that's being done deliberate. It's like there are people around you that deliberately withhold information from you so that way you can't, if you don't know, then you can't do. And if you can't do, then you won't do, right? And if you won't do, then you're not anything. You're not... No goals, no hopes, no dreams, no nothing. And I feel like you could be also realizing that right? Like, who's actually, like, 54, 45, I just saw, like, who's actually, like, who can I actually learn from that's not just talking out their ass? I feel like, yeah, with Judgment, that came out upright, you're making good judgment calls. And a lot of that is with your energy. Also, it could be with your finances. Like, you're being more responsible with your finances, more conservative with your energy. You're not, like, all over the place. You're being more wise with your energy, learning how to be more dependable, self-reliable, more responsible, right? I also feel like the Judgment card, the first thing that says it's awakening. So a lot of you could be, this is part of like you, spiritual awakening, a transformation, 8th house. Yeah. You've gone through a transformation. You're in the middle of a transformation, in the middle of an awakening. Purpose, reckoning, self-assessment, atonement, rejuvenation. Yeah. This King of Wands is focused on that. He sees something in the horizon. One of the first cards I've seen that was on the bottom of the deck is the 3 of Wands. This King of Wands, whether you are this King of Wands, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, I just saw 5558. You see something on the horizon and you're going towards it. You're like, for some of you, it could have been like your calling, your purpose, your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, your desires. Like, you're going towards it. And nothing's going to stop you. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take you with the Knight of Pentacles. You're going to do whatever it takes, right? Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to make sure I get there. And with the 3 of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck that I saw, yeah. A lot of you could also be realizing that these people were deliberately making sure that you wouldn't get there. And you could also be realizing, like, wow, I haven't taken so-and-so's advice in so long, and I've gotten so much farther. Versus when you were taking so-and-so's advice, you were nowhere. You didn't even make a dent. You no steps, no nothing, no progress, no nothing. Because you were taking so-and-so's advice or these people's advice or whatever's advice, right? And you're realizing, wow, once you stop taking these people's advice, look at all the momentum. Look at all the boxes you're checking off. Look at all the requirements that you're getting, right? I gotta, I'm gonna get 2 more of these and then I gotta switch the decks for the time being. And then I might go back to tarot. The High Priestess reverse. Wow. Yeah. There was somebody around you that was making you confused. The Emperor reverse on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, wow. So for some of you, you could be a masculine, 585. That's crazy. So let me get this out, right? For some of you, you could be in this King of Wands energy. You could be a masculine, and there was another masculine around you, like a father figure, or somebody older than you, an older masculine figure, this Emperor reverse. This is a person who has no control over their lives. And I just said, right, the King of Wands reminds me of the Emperor, right? The Emperor, when the King of Wands has a focus in mind, he's going to do whatever he takes, like whatever he can, like, I'm going to do this. Like, he's taking charge, right? So just like I feel like the 6 of Pentacles is like a smaller version of Justice in tarot, I feel like the King of Wands would be like, I mean, technically there's like the levels of the kings, right? It's like the King of Cups and then the King of Wands and then the King of Swords and then the King of Pentacles, right? But I feel like for me, like the King of Wands is like a smaller version of the Emperor upright. But I feel like you could be younger than this person. You could be a King of Wands upright, and you're younger than this Emperor in reverse. And this Emperor reverse, you were taking life advice from them, and now you're realizing once you took a step back, you realize, wow, you what are you doing? You haven't done anything, and I've been taking advice from you this entire time, and that's why my life has gone nowhere. But when the minute you stepped back and you stopped collaborating, stopped listening, stopped working, look at all the requirements and the momentum and blah, 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 right? This Emperor in reverse doesn't know what they're doing, doesn't know what they're talking about. All they're supposed to be doing, like their only job, 59, 56, flip the 9 and 6. It's like their only job was to make sure that you would be like, was just to like cause confusion in your life, so that way you would be so dark and gloomy and go down the wrong path in life, not even know what's going on, who's who, what's what. Now, for some of you, you could be this Queen of Wands, and it's like your mom or like a mother figure. Because remember, I was talking about para agua como chocolate, like water for chocolate, in the movie, in the latest episode that I was just talking about, how the girl, I realized that the entire time, like the mom was just punishing the daughter. And then in that latest episode, Tita, she was talking to her mom, Elena, and she was just like, I'm not your slave anymore. I'm not going to be your slave anymore. Right? So for some of you, this could be like, you could be this Queen of Wands, and you're realizing like this mother figure or this older woman around you doesn't know what they were talking about. Or you could be this King of Wands, and you could be realizing that this Emperor reverse, this father figure or this older masculine doesn't know what they're talking about. Or you could be a feminine, and it could be an older masculine, or you could be a masculine, it could be an older feminine. Take it how it resonates. But you're basically realizing that just because this person is older than you, you're realizing they have no control over their life. They don't know what they're doing. They can't lead themselves. And you're realizing, if you can't lead yourself and get your shit together, why am I taking advice from you? You can't even get it together, but you want me to listen to you? So I feel like that's what you're realizing. This Emperor reverse is the High Priestess's reverse. And I feel like you're now waking up. You're going through this awakening, this transformation. Like, that's what I'm saying. God is all around you. God is working on you. Like, God has his hands on your back. Ooh, I feel that in my chest. Yeah, God has his hands on your back. God is working through you right now. And the more you allow yourself to heal, the more you're starting to wake up and see who's who around you. These people are not people to collaborate. These people are not people that love you. These people are not your friends. They are not your allies. They are not for you. Their only job is to cause confusion onto you, because it's like they want you to be nothing. This is an Emperor reverse that doesn't know what they're talking about, doesn't know what they're doing in their life. They're a nothing. They want you to be a nothing. So you got to think about that. Is this really who you want to collaborate with? It's not. I'm also seeing short-sightedness.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, baby girl.
Mama.
She is so sweet. With the High Priestess in reverse, short-sightedness, right? This Emperor in reverse, or it could be like an Empress in reverse. You would have to take it how it resonates for you. Like, if it could be an older woman around you or an older masculine around you. But with the short-sightedness, is like they were trying to like confuse you and like overwhelm you close up. So you couldn't even see beyond, like, there's a horizon. I just saw 1 through 3. Like, there's more. There's other things. There's a hill. Like, what? There's more? Because remember, I saw the 3 of Wands upright. Growth, expansion, seeing past the horizon. This King of Wands has seen that. They seen past the horizon. They know there's more. They know that they can achieve more. They know that they can have more. And I feel like this Emperor in reverse or this Empress in reverse was like trying to short-sightedness. It's like you can't see. For example, nearsightedness, right? But people who wear glasses are either short-sighted or nearsighted. Nearsighted is that you can't see far away, right? So it's kind of like, but I feel like in this term, it's like what short-sighted is like you're only seeing things in front of you. Like that's it. Like you can't see what's in front of you, and then you can't see past that. But I feel like you've seen more, so you want more. So you're going to do whatever it takes with the 9 of Pentacles. You're going to do whatever it takes to get more. And it's like, it's really bothering this Emperor in reverse or this Empress in reverse, because it's like, you woke up. You're making proper judgment calls. You're making good decisions, right? With the Judgment upright. And it's underneath the Devil upright. And that's why people are feeling like you're being selfish, or you're being weird, or you're being this, or you're being that. Because you can see things now. I can see. You can see things now, right? And you know who's just trying to cast confusion, who's just trying to like make you feel like there's nothing past the horizon. Like, you don't have to look past the horizon. Just focus on this here and now, right? You don't need to work. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do these requirements. You don't need to do these tasks. Like, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to be responsible. You don't have to be conservative with your energy. You don't have to do this. But you saw that. You saw more. You know there's more. And nothing's going to stop you from that now. That's I feel like for a lot of you, that was your only job. Just to make sure that you couldn't feel like there was more for you. That you would be okay with just being a nothing and a nobody. Caching. Yeah. You're preserving your energy. You're saving things. You're saving your ideas. You're saving your goals. Like, I really feel like it's more like your energy. I'm hearing spend it wisely. Use it wisely. Yeah, it's your energy. You're not being all over the place with your energy. You're being more conservative with your energy. For some of you, it could be your finances. You're learning how to save more money, be more conservative with your money. I'm also getting with this is kind of like you're putting things away for a rainy day, right? Like a couple bucks here for a rainy day. You know that term for a rainy day. Like, it's always good to like have like maybe, I don't know, like $20, in cash, like in your car, because you never know when you might need an emergency gas or like emergency snacks or like $20, right? And the ATM is like down and you need $20. Like, it's always good to have cash on you, right? Or, it's always good to just like I said in the beginning, it's good to be busy, but it's also good to like rest and relax, right? That's a great way to preserve your energy. You don't want to be burnt out. You don't want to be so tired to where your body is forcing you to relax. And I told you, when that happens, you're not going to like that because you're going to be like sick and like with the flu or like the cold and, I'll get one more and then I'm going to close the reading. Anticipation reverse. You're not waiting anymore. You're done waiting. I just heard that. I'm done. Yeah, that's that King of Wands energy. If there's one thing a King of Wands is not going to do, it's not. They will do. They're going to do. A King of Wands in reverse will just wait and wait. I'm hearing Lazy Jane. It's a poem by Shel Silverstein, and it goes, lazy, 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 lazy Jane. She wants a drink of water, so she waits and waits and waits and waits and waits for it to rain. And the picture is just like a little girl just laying down, waiting for the rain to fall. And you're not waiting anymore. You're done. The King of Wands, whether you're the King of Wands or the Queen of Wands, you're taking action. You're doing things. You're making things happen. You're not waiting anymore. You're done. Memory in reverse. Somebody's trying to mess with your memories or the memories that you share with them. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to work because everything that you have going now, like your progress, your transformation, your spiritual awakenings, your momentums, your goals, your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, it's like it cannot be unseen. It cannot be undone. That's so whoever is waiting for you to come back around, these people, this person, energies, entities, it's like they're trying to like remember the good old days. But you're like, what good old days? When I was a nobody, a stuck, stagnant, lazy person. This is the reading. Hope it helps. Bye.